Hi everyone, I am Padmini Narayan AIR 152 in UPSC Civil Services Examination 2019. Today I would like to share my journey with you and how I decided to appear for UPSC Civil Services Examination, what motivated me to prepare for it. I would like to share these details with you. So my familiarity with UPSC Civil Services Examination started in my childhood. My maternal grandfather was an IRS officer. He missed becoming Indian Administrative Services Officer by one rank. So when I was 9 or 10 years old, my parents used to tell me that you should prepare for UPSC examination and should aim to become IAS officer. But at that age, we as children don't really think about such things. And both my grandparents had wanted my parents to appear for UPSC. However, they could not clear it, and that was the motivation for them to tell me that you are good in studies and you are studious, so you should take this up. So at the age of 10, when you get to read competition success review, or if your parents tell you to watch BBC News and make notes out of it during summer vacations, it's very irritating, and like every other child, I also did not want to do such things. So instead of being attracted towards UPSC, I thought of other options. My father had a business, so I thought that maybe I would do something in the business world. So gradually my interest inclined towards finance and strategy and accounting. So when I was in class 11, I took up PCM with economics as my subject, so that my options were open. My 10th was with Birla Vidyaniketan, and during my 10th, the school instilled a lot of discipline and confidence in me that I could get a good result if I work hard, if I study hard. My 12th was with the DPS RK Puram, and in DPS RK Puram there is a lot of competition, so that was my first taste with so many students studying for a similar exam, for the same exam, that was a board exam. So I got to know what is the real competition out there like during my DPS school days. After my schooling, I did computer applications, Bachelor of Computer Applications from IP University. My college was Ansal Institute of Technology, and I chose that field because I saw that it is a very professional course, and it had a lot of variety in the subjects that I was going to study. In addition to the normal programming languages like Java, C, C++, we were also supposed to study accounting and business operations management, there was e-commerce. So I got exposed to a lot of different subjects. Economics was also there, and that helped me widen my scope. So after I did my graduation, I started thinking what I wanted to do next. I was a Director's Award winner in my graduation thrice for my good performance in academics. So the logical conclusion was that I should start preparing for Masters in Computer Applications, but I wanted to do something else. So I finalized that I want to go for an MBA, and then I started giving examinations like CAT, XAT and MAT. While I was giving CAT, I realized that till now the competition was at a manageable level. But when you give CAT and there are only a handful of good colleges that you can aspire to study from, you have to be very, very thorough with your subjects. You need to get a good score, and there is no other option. So while preparing for CAT, I focused on my basics, and I realized that so many people are taking coaching at Time, Career Launcher and all these places, that self-study is underrated, so to say. But since I did not like to attend any coaching, I opted for self-study at that time, and I did my basics from the school books, and I referred to the standard books for the subject. So that was my first brush with difficult competitive examination, and I could secure 99.38 percentile at that time. So I got calls from IIM Ahmedabad. It was my first attempt, and that gave me a lot of confidence to pursue more and more such competitive examinations or other opportunities. I finally got myself admitted into MDI Gurgaon, and I did my postgraduate program in management from MDI Gurgaon. So the MBA curriculum at MDI is very comprehensive and includes a holistic personality development for any student who likes to pursue an MBA. During MDI, I was a part of the placement committee. So any student who is a part of the placement committee has to learn to manage his studies as well as the placement coordination activities, because you are responsible for the placement of so many people apart from your own. So the sleepless nights, the workload that was there, that instilled a strong work ethic in me, and I could understand how to manage different goals. I wanted to do well in my studies also, I wanted to do well in the committee also. I pursued a lot of extracurricular activities. I was a part of the National Management Convention over there, and being a part of these activities, being a part of the alumni committee helped me understand that apart from studies also there are a lot of other things that you need to pursue to develop a well-rounded personality. So that instilled a lot of confidence in me, and I could learn how to manage different things in different environments, and there were a lot of projects which we were supposed to pursue. So the entire experience at MDI was a very fruitful one. I got placed in Goldman Sachs as part of my summer internship. So that was the first time that I had stepped outside my home city to go to Bangalore and do an internship. So based on my performance in the internship, I got a pre-placement offer, and then I finalized that I would be joining this particular job in Bangalore after my MBA. So I went to Bangalore, and being an introvert in Delhi, always living in a sheltered environment, it was a change, and there were a few struggles which I had to learn how to cope with. In Bangalore, staying alone in a completely new city, that gave me a completely new perspective of what life expects out of us, being responsible for your own decisions, being responsible for everything that is happening in your life. There's no family to support you over there. Plus you need to do your job also. So all these things were life-changing, so to say, at that time. And when I started doing my job, it was an equity analyst research role. So I used to cover the European small and mid-cap sector at that time. And my team involved people who were sitting in London. I was sitting in Bangalore. And it was a very multicultural setting, as in my boss used to be from a different country, and there used to be communication barriers. So learning how to cope with these barriers and learning the basics and fundamentals of the job that you are supposed to do was an entirely new experience for me at that time. After Goldman Sachs, I wanted to come back to Delhi to be with my family. So I took up a job with ICICI Bank in a wealth management role. In this particular role, as a wealth manager, I was meeting high net worth individuals and handling their accounts. A lot of them were from varied fields. They were doing very well for themselves. And looking at them, I realized that I also want to do something more. The job that I'm currently doing, I would like someone else to do a similar role, job for me. So I came across a lot of IAS officers, IFS officers, IRS officers while working at ICICI. And during this time, I also got married. After getting married, my husband also pushed me that maybe you should try to appear for civil services. Maybe it might suit your appetite. So I started researching about civil services. My parents had stopped asking me to prepare for civil services by now, after the initial school days. So again, I started researching and I found that these profiles of IFS or IRS officers provide equally good opportunities for a person to perform well, to contribute to the society. So I was looking for something which could have a larger impact on the society. I could maybe take up a leadership role at a very young age, and be a little more diverse than the niche fields that I was pursuing already. So I decided to prepare for civil services, and it was already 1.5 years after my marriage that I started preparing for civil services. So at that time, it was very tough to prepare along with the private sector job because of erratic work hours and very busy work schedules that we have in the private sector. So I spoke to my husband and in-laws and my parents, and all of them supported me in this decision of leaving my job to prepare for civil services. So I left ICICI, and then because I had been financially independent since a very young age, I decided that I wanted to appear for a backup job first before entering into this preparation. So I appeared for SSC CGL that year, and I also appeared for RBI. I could not get through RBI because of the pattern and the guidance was not available. Not much awareness about the RBI pattern was there at that time. So I appeared for SSC CGL examination, and I cleared it in that attempt. However, the examination kept getting postponed due to various reasons, and it was only 1.5 months to go for prelims 2017 that I actually started studying for UPSC properly. So in that attempt, and there was a lot of hype, and since it was only 1.5 months left, I used to think whether it would be enough to crack this examination at this time or not. And for UPSC Civil Services Examination, there is so much hype around you need to attempt these many questions, you need to prepare for 2 years, you need to do this, you need to do that. So I also was very apprehensive and a little scared as to how I was going to do it in the next 1.5 months. So even in spite of getting a good gross score, I could attempt only 79 questions, I remember, in that particular examination with confidence. But since people had mentioned that you need to do at least 85 questions to clear the examination, I could not clear it because I forcibly attempted another 8 to 10 questions, and because of negative marking, I could not clear prelims that year. So when I could not clear prelims, then I decided that maybe I'll take a fresh look at the entire examination process and make a strategy according to my strengths and weaknesses. So first of all, I picked up my optional. I had an MBA, so the logical conclusion was that I should go for management as an optional because of my interest and background. But when I took up management, I saw that all the specializations were mentioned in the UPSC syllabus. So out of which I had specialized only in 2, finance and strategy. So the optional syllabus itself was not getting completed, and it was already October in 2017, and the next prelims was also approaching. So I took a look at the other optionals, whatever was available. I also saw that in management only 2 candidates had secured top 100 ranks in the last 10 years or so, and the highest that you get in that optional was around 280 marks. So I felt that when other optionals like Kannada, literature and maths are so scoring, the optional management might not just help me make the cut in UPSC mains. So finally I thought about other subjects, geography, sociology, psychology, but I was not very comfortable with these subjects, and even though they were very popular optionals. So I came across commerce and accountancy, and I saw that the paper 2 of commerce and accountancy was overlapping with my MBA subjects of human resource management, industrial relations and organization theory, organization behavior. And paper 1 had financial management, which was overlapping, and it had a lot of weightage. So around 100 to 150 marks questions were from financial management out of the 250 marks paper. So I decided that I would rather learn accounting and income taxation, which were the other subjects in that particular optional, and do something which I like, rather than studying geography or sociology, in which I was not very much interested apart from the GS syllabus. So that is how I zeroed in on my optional, and I saw that commerce and accountancy had been performing well over the years, and there were a few people who were getting good marks, even above 280. And there was guidance available in terms of coaching, also in terms of rankers classes. The material was there. So I enrolled for that coaching, and I spent 5 months going to that coaching class and learning my optionals. So I did cost accounting, I did financial accounting. All these subjects, even though they are in the MBA curriculum, they are not dealt with from the point of view of a BCom honors or a CA student, and UPSC requires us to know the preparation of accounts as well, and income taxation also. So I had to learn these subjects from scratch. So again, it was March 2018 almost, and with a few months left before prelims, I had only done my optional, and looking at the prelims, I thought that maybe I should join some test series. So I joined a few test series, and I felt that was a wrong decision to take, because the test series has a very standard approach. It is the same for everyone. So if a person is not good in history, you still spend only 5 days on history, and if you are good in economics, you still are spending 5 days in economics. So it was not customized according to my strengths and weaknesses, the entire GS test series that I opted for. And in the end, I was overloaded with diversified sources, and I could not complete my syllabus that year at all. And I remember 1 month before prelims only, I was almost thinking that maybe I am not going to clear this particular examination this time, and I was very clueless in how everything is going to turn out. So with this mindset, I gave that particular attempt, and even though I knew questions and I could have cleared the exam, I did not, and it was purely because of the mindset that I went towards to give the examination in. So after the 2018 attempt, I was very demotivated and demoralized as to what is happening and whether I will be able to clear this examination or not, and I have left my good opportunities of the private sector for such an uncertain examination. And people say that the UPSC examination is very unpredictable. So I was very seriously considering whether to prepare for this examination further or not. The main reason was that if this examination is so unpredictable, then it is completely like a gamble, and maybe I could do better in some other field where my hard work will pay off more. So what I did was I took a break from the UPSC examination, and I appeared for RBI, I appeared for SEBI, which had similar syllabus as my MBA, and had some part which was overlapping with commerce and accountancy optional. So I appeared for those examinations, and I gained back the confidence that I had lost completely after not clearing prelims twice. So I could clear prelims of RBI, that instilled a lot of confidence in me, and then I reached till interview stages of both examinations, and in the meantime I had joined Ministry of Tourism as an assistant section officer. So I did that while working, and that was a motivation for me that I can clear examinations if I put my heart and soul into it. And in the meantime, I took up UPSC prelims examination question paper for the last 3-4 years, and I started analyzing the questions that were coming in the exam. So in the UPSC Civil Services prelims paper 2018, I took each and every question, and I picked up my book, and I found the chapter where that particular question has been asked from. I just wanted to be very sure that if I study for this examination, I will be able to clear it, whether my hard work will pay me or not. So for that, I just wanted to see whether the question paper was random and everything under the sun is being asked, or is there a particular strategy which I can follow to attempt this question paper and to clear prelims. So I started Googling every single question. I mapped all the questions to the particular articles in Hindu, in the last year where the questions might have been asked from. And then I realized that apart from 20% of the questions, the 80% of the questions were from the standard sources that we read. So the same static books were there, and the Hindu was the source for current affairs, and I could see the questions were being asked directly from the Hindu as if it's a textbook. So I started reading the Hindu very properly after this analysis, and I started doing the static books very well. And during this time, because I was very demotivated, I used to read toppers blogs, and I used to watch toppers videos to find out how they have cleared this particular examination and where is it that I am lacking. So I would have seen hundreds or thousands of such blogs and articles, and I zeroed in on the fact that because I am a working professional, I do not have much time. And one thing that I can do is limit my resources and maximize my revisions. So I finalized my book list this time accordingly, and I had only one book per subject. I had been following the Hindu over the entire year for RBI and SEBI examinations, so that was a help, because when I was finalizing my current affairs source this time, I came across Sunya notes, and I saw that they had covered the Hindu nicely. And I was not very good at making notes, so I did not bother with making notes this time at all. And I finalized that source as the final source. So I started preparing for UPSC prelims again in March 2019. And this was along with the job. I would try to utilize my time while traveling to the metro, while traveling to office in the metro. I would read current affairs. In the office, I would try to do the Hindu during lunchtime. And after coming back, I would try to study for 2 to 3 hours. So, along with the job, it's very grueling, and it is actually a little difficult to do this on a day-to-day basis. So, I used to get a little apprehensive about the attempt, but I continued pushing myself. After this, I took a leave for 15-20 days to prepare for prelims, and at that time the Lok Sabha elections were also around the corner, and I was supposed to do the elections related work in office for my office. So it was very tough to manage along with it, but certain strategies which helped me were that I would just focus on one particular subject at a time, finish it off, and then do the next subject. Secondly, my limited sources were a help to me at that time, because if you see that you have completed one particular book for a subject, and you can feel confident that you have done this subject, and if you refer to multiple sources like I did in the previous attempts, it does not really help, because 80% of the syllabus is same in all the books. So do whatever you are comfortable with. I could never do Nitin Singhania for art and culture, because I could never get myself to read the entire book. So I just did whatever I could, and I did not refer to NCRTs, because with the time scarcity that I had, if I started reading the NCRTs, I would only be reading those. So I just did one standard book, and having analyzed the previous year's prelims paper, I was confident that that particular book will get me through answering the questions that were being asked. So I did that, and in the end, in the last 15 days, the elections were on May 12, and in the first 15 days of May, I was not feeling well. I used to go to the library, and when you go to the library, you study in a very awkward position because of the seating and everything. So I refer to summaries which are available in the market of La Excellence for my static portion, and Sunya's current affairs, and only did those. And one day before the prelims examination, I was again being hesitant, because in the last 2 attempts I had not cleared prelims. So I thought that what would happen if maybe even this time I am not able to clear it. So I told myself that this time I am going to clear it, and I'll go and give my best, and I'll be positive in the entire process, and that is a promise that I made. So when I went for the examination, 1.5 hours into the paper, I realized that I had done only 51 questions, and that was not going to get me through clearing prelims. And I thought that, oh, again, maybe this time also I'm not going to clear it, and maybe I'll give another attempt. So that is when I reminded myself that I had promised myself yesterday that I will give my best in this exam. So I pulled myself up and I attempted the rest of the questions that I wanted to attempt and I just gave my best. I came back and I went to watch a movie and I forgot about the examination, and at night when I checked the answer keys, this strategy had worked and I was securing very good marks in prelims, and there's a chance of clearing forest services also. So that is when I realized that the entire strategy of analyzing previous year's papers and streamlining my preparation with limited resources and maximum revisions, that had helped. So next day I went back to office and I joined office and I started working because I had a huge workload to finish off. I could not prepare much before the prelims results came. So once the prelims results came, that is when I started preparing my optional. So some time management strategies that helped me. I used to go to office on the weekend, to library on the weekends in the morning after doing my household chores. I would straight away go to the library and study there till evening. The other thing that helped me was dividing the days into different slots. So 3 hours for current affairs, 3 hours for optional, 3 hours for static portion of general studies. And I tried to utilize every minute that I was free for studies. Even in office, when I was between two files, I would do some amount of current affairs or read the Hindu. So this is how I manage my preparation along with working. And we tend to get demotivated sort of because of the long working hours and the vast syllabus that is supposed to be covered. So I used to watch motivational videos online on YouTube, and I used to keep reminding myself of the reasons why I started this preparation. And I had written this down on a piece of paper, that reasons why I want to appear for this particular examination, why I want to clear this examination. I would keep referring to those reasons every single day to help me with the obstacles that were coming in my path. So 1 month before the mains examination, around 22nd August, I had not been feeling very well for the last 15-20 days. I used to go to the library and I would feel sleepy or lazy, and I would come back home and not study much. So I would be studying only for 3 to 4 hours. So that is when I got myself checked, and I was thinking that maybe I'm just lazy and I'm not studying, and so I should just leave this and go back and do my job. So when I got myself checked, I realized that I'm expecting, and only 1 month was left before the mains examination. At this time, my family was my pillar of strength, and I was very nervous as to how I'm going to give mains when I would be 2 months pregnant at that time while writing mains. So my family came to my rescue at that time. My husband motivated me. He chalked out a strategy for me and a schedule for me where I could study all the subjects and properly. And my mother-in-law, she took a lot of care of my health, and my mother also, she inspired me, and she told me that it was when she was 9 months pregnant, she cleared her law examinations in graduation. So with the support of my mother-in-law specifically and my husband, I again picked up momentum. And I used to take care of my health, take frequent breaks, because you feel dizzy and you tend to feel you have a lot of nausea during this time. So I would manage that with home remedies, and I would eat healthy and go for a walk sometimes. So I studied when I could, and I slept when I could not study and I needed rest. So that is how I managed the preparation at that time. And I just with all the motivation and support by my family, I prepared, and I would just do the syllabus. I just focused on finishing off the syllabus somehow, and appeared for a few mock tests. I mainly focused on limited resources again, because the circumstances that I was in were such that I did not have much time, and I did not have the luxury of referring to multiple sources for every particular topic. So I focused on subjects weightage wise. I did modern history. I could not do world history, so I left world history. I referred to vision value added notes, where I could not find any other material which was concise enough to be able to done in that particular time frame. I asked my optional coaching institute for help, and R.S. Agarwal sir very kindly helped me with online videos for preparing my commerce and accountancy optional that was there. And I did current affairs also from just one single source, so I did not bother with much sources. I focused on finishing the syllabus weightage wise. And at this time I needed a lot of motivation, and my husband was there to help me out. He also took leave from office to read things out to me when I was unable to even focus on the book. I still remember I went for the essay paper, and due to motion sickness while traveling to the center, when I reached the center I was feeling extremely dizzy, and so I slept for 1 hour, and then I went to give the essay examination. So my entire mains examination was like this only. I would go to the center, I would sleep for an hour, I would carry biscuits to maintain my energy. And there's only one thing that I had promised myself at that time, that I will give my best, because I had got this particular opportunity of appearing in mains after a sort of struggle with myself, and having not cleared prelims twice. So I did not want to let go of this opportunity without a fight. So I did that, I gave my best, and then after that again I resumed office and kept preparing, kept doing the Hindu along with the office. So as the interview results, the mains results were delayed, so I was a little nervous whether I would clear mains or not and what would happen. So, but I kept preparing, I kept reading the Hindu, and whatever time I had along with managing pregnancy and job, I would invest that time in studying. So the mains results were delayed, and by that time I had this thought in my mind that what if the in my interview is on the day when the delivery happens. So I had promised myself that no matter whatever happens, I am going to give the interview, and I will go even if it is in a wheelchair. So the results came, and I was already 7 months pregnant by then when my interview was scheduled. So I took 2 weeks leave from office to prepare for my interview, and I did whatever I could. I did my profile, I did my detailed application form thoroughly. I took a few summaries of the current affairs that was happening, because during this time the health was also a little shaky, and I also had to attend office and all of that. So I had only 2 weeks to prepare for the interview, and I went and I just gave my best in the interview, tried to be as confident as it was possible. So after this particular thing, I kept preparing for prelims next year, not knowing what the result is going to be. And so I was blessed with a baby girl on 29th April 2020, and I had thought that the results would be out by then, but the results were again delayed till August 4. So along with my baby, I kept preparing in some current affairs, and whatever I could do, I just gradually kept doing. So this was my entire preparation journey for UPSC Civil Services 2019 examination. And on August 4, with God's grace and the good fortune got by my baby daughter, I secured rank 152. And I'm very thankful that I could clear this particular attempt in the most challenging circumstances that I had faced out of all the 3 attempts. So I would like to tell all of you that if you believe in yourself, and if you are determined, and if you try to find solutions to the problems that you are facing, you will be able to clear this examination. In the last 2 attempts, I was lost, and it was a blessing in a way that I had less time this time, so I could focus only on the essentials that were supposed to be done instead of all the diversified sources that I was doing and that I was referring to. So please believe in yourself and try to do as much as possible, and focus on the essential part, focus on the 80% of the syllabus that is important, out of which questions come every year, and try to do that, and hopefully all of you will clear the examination with your desired service. Thank you so much.